Listen up, you Muppets! Today, we're diving into the world of homemade soup, a culinary adventure that will transform your kitchen into a haven of delicious aromas and flavors. Forget those pathetic watery excuses for soup you buy in cartons. They lack the soul and depth that only a homemade soup can offer. Today, we're elevating your cooking game with a simple, foolproof guide to homemade soup. From selecting the freshest ingredients to mastering the art of simmering, we've got you covered. It's time to ditch the microwave and embrace the transformative power of a simmering pot on the stove. The gentle bubbling and melding of flavors create a symphony in your pot. Homemade soup is not just food, it's an experience. It's about gathering around the table with loved ones and sharing a meal that warms both the body and the soul. The aroma alone is enough to make your neighbors weep with envy. Fresh herbs, simmering broth, and the anticipation of that first spoonful, it's pure magic. Plus, it's a blank canvas for your culinary creativity. You can experiment with different ingredients, spices, and textures to create a soup that's uniquely yours. Whether you crave a hearty beef stew or a light and refreshing gazpacho, the possibilities are endless. Each bowl tells a story, each recipe a new adventure, so grab your aprons, sharpen your knives, and get ready to learn the secrets of a truly magnificent soup. It's time to unleash your inner chef and create something extraordinary. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. The joy of homemade soup is unmatched, and once you start, you'll never go back to store-bought again. Before we embark on this culinary adventure, let's gather our weapons of flavor. The right tools and ingredients can make all the difference in your cooking experience. Don't worry, you won't need a Michelin star pantry. A well-stocked, simple kitchen can create wonders. A few basic ingredients are all it takes to create magic. First, choose your protein. This is the foundation of your dish. Chicken, beef, sausage, or lentils. The choice is yours. Each brings its unique flavor and texture. Feel free to use leftover roasted chicken or that lonely sausage lurking in your fridge. Next, select your vegetables. Fresh or leftover, they all add depth. Onions, carrots, and celery form the holy trinity of flavor, providing a robust base for many dishes. But don't be afraid to experiment with other favorites like mushrooms, zucchini, or bell peppers. They can add unique flavors and textures. A good stock is the backbone of any decent soup. It enriches the flavors and adds a comforting depth. Use store-bought if you must, but homemade is always superior. It's richer and more flavorful. Finally, gather your spices. Salt and pepper are a given. They are the essential seasonings that bring out the natural flavors of your ingredients. But don't shy away from herbs and spices like thyme, rosemary, bay leaves, or paprika. These can elevate your dish to new heights, adding complexity and aroma. Now, let's get down to business. Heat a drizzle of olive oil in a large pot over medium heat. If you're using meat, now's the time to give it a good sear. Brown it on all sides to develop a rich caramelized crust. This is what we chefs call the Maillard reaction, and it's the key to unlocking incredible depth of flavor. Remember, we're not cooking the meat through at this stage, just adding a touch of color and complexity. Once browned, remove the meat from the pot and set it aside. Section 4. Simmer down now, building a flavorful broth. Now add your chopped vegetables to the pot. Use a variety of vegetables like carrots, celery, onions, and garlic to build a complex flavor profile. Sauté them over medium heat until they soften and release their fragrant aromas. This step is essential as it helps to develop the base flavors of your broth. This should take about 5 to 7 minutes. Be patient and let the vegetables cook slowly to extract maximum flavor. Don't rush the process. We want those vegetables to sweat, not burn. Sweating the vegetables allows them to release their natural sugars, adding sweetness to the broth. Next, deglaze the pot with a splash of wine or stock, scraping up any flavorful bits stuck to the bottom. This step adds depth and complexity to the broth. Add your chosen stock, along with the browned meat, and bring the mixture to a boil. The stock can be chicken, beef, or vegetable depending on your preference. Then, reduce the heat to low and let it simmer. Simmering gently allows the flavors to meld together without evaporating too much liquid. Simmering is crucial. It allows the flavors to meld and deepen, creating a symphony of taste. The longer you simmer, the richer and more concentrated the broth will become. Section 5. Seasoning and serving, the final touches. After about 30 minutes of simmering, it's time to taste and adjust the seasoning. This is where your palate comes into play. Add salt, pepper, and any additional herbs or spices to your liking. Remember, you can always add more, but you can't take it away. Let the soup simmer for another 15 to 20 minutes, then serve it piping hot with a crusty bread or a side salad. Congratulations, you've just created a culinary masterpiece. Don't forget to document your creation and share it with the world. Now go forth and conquer the art of soup making.